Welcome to the 2021 Thomas Jefferson High School Commencement Exercises. My name is Jordan Foshing.
My name is Jumua Ganda. Together, we are the Student Council co-presidents of Jefferson High School.
On behalf of the class of 2021, thank you for joining us to celebrate this milestone. We are honored to share this in-person graduation celebration with you, our families, friends, teachers, administrators, and the Bloomington community.
We will now introduce our stage guests. On the platform, we have school board members, Treasurer Beth Beebe, Director Tom Bennett, Chair Nellie Corman, Director Maya Olson, Director Jim Sorum, Clerk Heather Starks, and Vice Chair Don Steigoff. In addition, we have school administrators, Assistant Superintendent Dr. Jenna Mitchler, and Jefferson Principal Dr. Jason Anderson.
Please rise for the national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated.
We have two original speeches to address the class of 2021. The first is entitled Just a Pen, presented by student speaker Daniel Trummel. This speech will be followed by an address from student selected teacher speaker, Mr. Keith Levinsky.
Thank you so much, Jum and Jordan. That was a very great introduction. Thank you. And thank you to all the teachers, staff, administration, and the school board for the privilege, for not only allowing me to be a part of something like Jefferson, but for also being my friend. I think I can speak for every graduate in this room that you have treated us with tremendous respect, great care, and have succeeded in allowing us to be your first priority throughout every single year here at Jefferson. From the bottom of my heart, I will forever be in your debt for the person I am today. And thank you, Ms. Jarvis. I think those A- are going to be rounded up to A's after those kind words, right? I thought we had a deal, but forget it. But I mean, seriously, I could go on and on about how great Jefferson is. But now I'm going to talk about something more important and even more significant. And that's me. No, I'm just kidding. You're not here to hear me talk about myself, and that's ridiculous. Instead, let's talk about something that you would want to hear. Let's talk about one of my favorite rappers, Drake. Yeah. For those who don't know who Drake is, You may know him better as Drizzy, last name ever, first name greatest, or as my dad, Gary, knows him better as Champagne Poppy. In all seriousness, Drake is a famous singer and songwriter who has once famously said, "When writing the story of your future, do not let another person hold the pen." When I was on Pinterest one day, because that's what all 18-year-old boys do, right? I found this quote, and it was so significant to me, and it was so important that I made it the main focus of my speech. So ladies and gentlemen, don't forget this pen. Parents and teachers, you're not going to forget this pen. But my fellow students, according to a Microsoft scientist, we actually have the same average attention span as a goldfish. So yeah, let that sink in, a goldfish. So with that being said, I was given a 3-minute time gap to captivate a room full of seniors about a utensil they haven't used in a year, but to also fill in 4 years of excitement and great school in 3 minutes. It's a pretty small slot. But what 2021 brought was the realization that we have been given an even smaller slot our entire lives. And that small window is the thousands and thousands of huge events and memories squeezed into 4 small years. And it hurts me to say this, but the year that was supposed to bring the brightest days and the greatest memories has been shadowed by many unprecedented conflicts and adversities that has unfortunately made us forget happy memories and even restrict us from making new ones. But with all this happening, Jefferson, we're still wearing that blue gown and cap. Look at us. We made it. Congratulations. Give yourself a hand. Congratulations. Out of the many paper balls I have thrown away, or Kobe'd, if you will, into my trash can because of how many times I've rewritten this speech, I've learned how to spell out congratulations pretty well. I learned breaking down the word into 3 separate parts, guaranteed proper spelling every single time, using con, grat, and ation. And even while doing this, I think I found a deeper meaning to the word. Parents, I think you can agree with me when I say this, but you are all concerned about gradually aiding your child's tuition for college, right? I know my parents are go Sun Devils, but anyways, in all seriousness, how I remembered how to spell congratulation was by the Latin roots of the word, starting with the Latin prefix con. Con is a Latin prefix meaning with or together. When I look at this room, I see one giant voice. We learn that one voice does not get the job done by itself, and we have to all come together and use it as one. Everyone contributes. Everyone is in conjunction. The second part of this word is grat, the Latin root that means pleasing and thankful. This past year has caused many people to lose someone or something that really made us realize how successful we are and what we got to reach those successes. We learned to show gratitude, whether that was giving back to those who gave us their all, or simply just saying thank you. And Mr. Johnson, this is me proving I learned something in Latin. You could even say gratias. And finally, ation is the Latin suffix that means the result. Things got tough this year, seniors. It really did. It was a tough year, and life is just inevitable. It's always going to be tough. But we learned how to adapt. We learned we just can't sit around and dwell in deprivation. We all have to get up and be strong and take things on with dedication, and instead of being inspired, become inspirations. So seniors, my fellow goldfish, before I close, I'd like to leave you with this. A group of friends were at a restaurant in Wall Street, New York, when a man asked a simple but very hard direction, and that was, sell me this pen. I want you all to try to sell me a pen, but not just any pen, your pen. But Daniel, it's just a pen. Well, what if this pen was used to construct the formula that cured cancer and saved millions of lives? And while doing this, you changed the world with your pen. By one stroke at a time, you saved millions. Or what if you use this to sign a little kid's football? Because of how much you influenced and inspired kids by your athletic feats. You changed lives because of how much you inspired one signature at a time. Or finally, or even more importantly, you may not even use a pen at all. You may use your pen as your voice to shout, to scream at the top of your lungs the values and morals you think this world needs. And believe me, you may not be writing a single thing with your pen, but you're leaving a big trail of ink behind you. So seniors, leave today with your pen, continuing to write your own story. I'm so excited to see all your stories debut. And don't let anyone tell you that it is just the pen. Thank you.
Thank you, class of 2021, for allowing me to speak tonight. Graduating from high school is rigorous enough in normal times, but with the addition of the pandemic, you have had extraordinary hurdles placed in your way, and you have persevered. I want to congratulate you on that. The mission statement for Bloomington Public Schools is, we help students thrive and dreams come alive. It used to be, we help students thrive in a rapidly changing world. With in-person learning canceled at the end of last year and for the first 2/3 of this year, plus changing schedules, sports and concerts on and off, in-person learning interrupted by quarantines and contact tracing, maybe we should have held on to that prior mission statement for another year. The most frequent question I get asked by students is, can I go to the bathroom? But every once in a while, someone will ask, do you ever get tired of teaching the same books year after year? My answer to the question is no. And that is because the book is always new to the students. Of course, the story is the same, but the reactions of students is always different. Each student brings their own experiences, their own prior knowledge, their own opinions to the story. That is the interesting part for me. How do students respond to the work? Especially, I want to thank the students in my classes for sharing those thoughts in their papers and in discussions. It is this idea that interests me, of having a shared experience that produces different reactions. All of us have experienced the pandemic, but all of us have different reactions to it. All of us have been impacted by it, and it will continue to have an effect on all of us to differing degrees. But the pandemic is not the only experience that has shaped and what will shape who you are. Each of you in the class of 2021 has had unique experiences and unique reactions to those experiences, not just to the pandemic, but to so many other events in your lives. Of course, you have innate talents and interests, but the experiences you've had add a great deal to who you are. It is these experiences and your reactions to them, combined with your talents and interests, that make you unique. That uniqueness is your gift, or at least one of your gifts. This evening, you as the class of 2021 sit together at your commencement ceremony in your Columbia blue gowns. Two interesting things about that. Commencement means beginning. You have come to the finish line of high school only to begin a new journey. And the gowns are designed to make you all the same, all of equal status and standing. But we know that the class of 2021 is made up of unique individuals, young men and women who are going to pursue dreams and make a difference. Mark Twain said, the two most important days in your life are the day you were born and the day you figure out why. Of course, Mr. Twain never had a TikTok video go viral, but if he is right, then each of us should ask ourselves, why? Why are we here? Here, in this time period, what does each of us have to offer? I hope as you figure out your why, that it includes making your corner of the world a better place. And here's a way I think that you can do that. You know that bumper sticker that says, "Start seeing motorcycles"? I think it should say, "Start seeing motorcyclists." After all, it's the people on the machines that we need to start seeing. And if we broaden that basic idea, the bumper sticker should say, "Start seeing people." But still, I'd like to suggest that we push that 1 degree further. Start seeing persons. I think it would make a huge difference in our world if we started seeing persons, not groups of people. See each person without the label of some group. Start seeing persons. As your class graduates, see the persons in your class. As you go into the world, see the persons. In a few minutes, you, the one and only you, will cross this stage. Your name will be read, and you will cross this stage. It will take just a matter of seconds, but it is so important and so significant. Think about it. All you've accomplished, the end of high school, the start of something new, maybe starting on the journey to finding your answer to why. When your name is read, it will be your unique name. Take in that moment and make a difference in your world. Thank you.
We will now hear from Principal Dr. Jason Anderson.
It only took 5 years to get someone to introduce me, so I appreciate that, Ms. Jarvis. Thank you. No, let's do it this way. Practice, okay. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us in this celebratory event. If we haven't yet had the privilege of meeting, my name is Jason Anderson, and I have the distinct honor to serve as principal of Bloomington Jefferson High School, which I've done so for the past 5 years. This school, these students, and this community is truly a special place. And this ceremony has been years in the making. And I know I speak for all of us here that to even have the opportunity to stand on this stage tonight feels like a blessing. As I reflected on this past year and sat down to write these notes, I realized that this was truly a year of contrasts. Alone, together, or collectively isolated. Either way, 2020, 2021 has been defined by distinct contrasts like these. Over much of the past year, we have sat home alone, isolated from much of the outside world, stripped of the joys and adventures that many of us took for granted. We commiserated with each other on the shared experience of feeling so separated. But the past year has also reinforced to all of us what is truly important in life: family, friends, social connections, and yes, school. Think about it. People clamor to come back to school. Can you believe it? I couldn't. Well, we're back. Not like it was for sure, but some semblance of normalcy has begun to return. And while we have not yet fully emerged from the challenges that we have faced over the past year, we are getting closer and closer, and the very fact we're here tonight celebrating these amazing students is a tremendous gift, a gift that I'm sure we all recognize and are not taking for granted. Speaking of these students, amongst these young adults in front of me are some of the most talented, hardworking students, athletes, and artists that you would ever hope to meet. As individuals, they are uniquely gifted and skilled. And as a class, they have grown and risen into leaders and role models for the younger students who will follow them. They have completed one of life's major milestones together, but will begin a new chapter, a chapter in their lives that will see them head off in different directions. Seniors, no matter where life takes you next, you will always be a Jefferson Jaguar. You will always be an alumnus of this great school. So tonight, wear that Columbia blue with pride as you are graduating from one of the truly best high schools in all of Minnesota. Over the past 4 years, you've had invaluable experiences, learned life lessons, and grown to the point where you are now ready to head out on your own and apply the skills that you have cultivated over this time. And on my last night as your principal, I want to encourage you to leverage one of your generation's most impressive traits as you move forward into adulthood. Class of 2021, please continue to be so incredibly courageous out there. Our world has many big challenges and big opportunities. And with your courage, your bravery, you are going to lead this world into an uncharted new era. Your generation is willing to fight the good fight, and for that, we will all benefit. I have faith that this world will get better under your stewardship, and our future is yours to chart. Each of you will contribute in your own ways as you have your own dreams, skills, talents, and passions. So believe in this potential. Make a difference. Thank you, graduates, for an amazing 4 years. Thank you for your leadership. And thank you for making a permanent and positive mark in the history of Bloomington Jefferson High School. We know we spent much of this past year alone, together. Now, let us live the rest of our lives more united than ever. And let us never forget what is truly important again. For your formalities. On behalf of the superintendent, the school board of Bloomington Public Schools, it is my privilege and responsibility as your principal, based upon the recommendation of the distinguished faculty of Jefferson High School, that I hereby certify that these students, upon receipt of their diploma, have successfully met all educational requirements set forth by the Bloomington School Board and the Minnesota Department of Education. In a few moments, Assistant Superintendent Dr. Jenna Mitchell will share a few words. But before then, class of 2021, on behalf of everyone here today, we are so, so proud of you. We cannot wait to see what you do next. Congratulations.
Good evening, everyone, and congratulations, graduates. Through all of your hard work and your commitment and your dedication, you've each successfully moved along your pathway to make this next transition. Congratulations, too, to all of the parents, the family members, friends, teachers, administrators, staff members, and volunteers who have helped our graduates achieve such an important milestone. This accomplishment this year, more than ever, is certainly not something that can be attained alone. Graduates, I'd like you to please take a minute to reflect on all those who have helped you throughout this past difficult year and throughout your entire journey leading up to this point in your life. All of those people who've helped you truly care about you and are excited to see all you'll contribute to the world throughout your lifetime. Graduates, you've navigated what might be one of the most challenging years of your life. You've been strong, resilient, and flexible. Please remember all that you've overcome this year. Keep with you all that you've learned from your experiences, from each other, and most of all, about yourselves. As you begin life after graduation, you'll continue to face challenges while you work to make this world a better place. Take those challenges on with courage, as your principal has said, knowing that you're capable and you're ready. Best wishes and congratulations, class of 2021.
On behalf of the class of 2021, we thank you for awarding us with our high school diplomas.
Please stay seated as we transition to calling our graduates to the stage.
The first names that are being read are graduates who were unable to join us in person tonight. Michaela Teresa Dugan. Daria Anna Easter. Blake David Ebert. Morgan Ann Nelson. Jackson Eric Oman. And Evelyn Louise Thel. And now, we will welcome those present from the class of 2021 to join us on stage to receive their diplomas. Abdullahi Bashir Abdullahi. Jonathan Jose Acosta Hernandez. Mohammed Faisal Ahmed. Samira Abdullahi Ahmed. Brendan Wacham Akum. Ava Nicole Allen. Ryan Willis Allman. Andrew Omar Arce. Taylor Kathleen Atwood. Jonathan Michael Audette. Parker Jacob Ayala. Maya Caitlin Urbis. Brianna Jean Bacchus. Kara Lou Bacco. Audrey Elise Barr Brahms. Noah Henry Barcelo. Lucas Robert Bauer. Hope Angelina Becker. Anders Joseph Benson. Javon Edward Biggs. Maxwell Ronald Binning. Alexander Rafael Blanco. Ella Rose Bloomquist. Logan Wesley Bonney. Parker Thomas Boone. Morgan Lynn Barassa. Blaze Ace Lee Braswell. Brooke Caroline Brazel. Ellie Christine Brazel. Katie Lorraine Bradyhorst. Tyler John Bredesen. Seth John Brewers. Sophie Marie Bromenschenkel. David Franklin Brown. Nora Elizabeth Brown. Maya Luciana Burke. Marina Rochelle Bulov. Braden Lowell Burton. Isaiah Ezekiel Bustamante. Mumtaz Rashid Aid. Roosevelt Thomas Cage. Tyler Nicholas Camuel. Kaylee Marie Capuch. Clayton Thomas Carlson. Alexander Kramer Carpenter. Benjamin Kramer Carpenter. Joseph Kramer Carpenter. Alison Samantha Carrillo. Anna Joy Carafel. Harrison James Chappell. Nolan Michael Chow. Daniel Minho Chung. Aubriana May Churchill. Ethan William Clare. Miko Dejan Clay. Nolan Dierstad Cobb. Jeffrey Drake Colvin. Elena Catherine Yashan Cregan. Ian William Kramers. Grayson Lan Crombie. Aaron Lee Daniels. Naomi Elizabeth Dargis. Dominique Darlene Davis. Kennedy Rain Davis. Kyle Gerald Davis. Milat Seleshi Debebe. Charles Thomas Decklever. Maria Ellen Degidio. Ellie Kate DeZeo. Grant Michael Dockin. Aaron Lindsay Drewitz. David Alexander Duvik. Alyssa Rose Dvorak. Mason Perry Ellis. Ayub B.W. Elmi. Avery Cordell Espy. Maxwell Donald Everett. Paige Riley Fabian. Ethan Henry Fairbairn. Salma Abdi Farah. Olivia Faith Farrell. Jordan Marguerite Fasching. Claire Catherine Flood. Nicholas Leonard Fox. Isaac Thomas Freitag. Serena Isabella French. Gavin Ash Fry. Lisbeth Beatriz Fuentes. Joshua Parker Galvin. Colton Marshall Gansky. Abdirizak Bashir Garad. Ethan Dean Garrison. Joseph Michael Gatke. Anna U. Gall. Jayla Rose Gibson. Tunisia Nikayla Gibson. Lauren Susan Geeson. Elizabeth Lorena Georgie. Benjamin Todd Getters. Isabella Marie Goncharenko Cardenas. Madeline Elizabeth Goodmanson. Justin Gopal. Catherine Chun Goram. Eleanor Catherine Graff. Isabella Marie Grant. Will Thomas Grant. Ethan James Greenfield. Lucas Dylan Griffith. Ali Marie Guberud. Jordan McKenna Gunderson. Lander Benjamin Guzman. Rachel Ann Hall. Morgan Claire Elaine Holland. Porter John Hankin. Carter William Hanson. Seth Klaus Harkner. Zachariah Brian Harper. Jaylin Jabari Eddie Harris. Joel David Hartwig. Najee Iona Hall. Abdi Hakim Bile Hashi. Ethan Christopher Hayden. Nathaniel David Heitzman. Scott Anthony Henson. Brett Michael Herbert. Cristian de Jesus Herrera Herrera. Charles Lawrence Heron. Dominic John Heston. Jacob Richard Heyer. Carly Marie Hoffbeck. Mache House Henderson. John Hudson Hurlbutt. Karina Ishak. Aidan James Esog. Adil Jahangir. Mohammed Hassan Jama. Kaylee Lynn Jensen. Ebube Clinton Gideonwo. Jenna Marie Johns. Alex Richard Johnson. Alicia Renee Johnson. Andrew Ross Johnson. Jaden Tyler Johnson. Kurt Aldine Johnson. Morgan Kathleen Jones. Colby Stephen Jorsham. Elizabeth Grace Joyce. Kayla Lynn Youngworth. Leif Topher Kaiser. Colin Lawrence Cater. Jonathan Tyrese Jensen. Nirme Katharia. Riley Ann Keeler. Kayla Marie Kelly. Jerome Thomas Kelly. Tyree Patrick Kelly. Maxine Louise Kendall. Emma Joanne Kennedy. Paul Edward Kern. Kevin Joseph Kirsting. Nathan Ju Young Kim. Mackenzie Elizabeth Kirksey. Lucas Isaiah Kitzman. Seth Stephen Crayco. Elena Grace Kreitzer. Allison Rose Christiansen. Lu Yi Lai. Laura Page Landini. Juliana Marie Langer. Cody Scott Larson. Amber Ray Lotsky. Ella Rose Lawrence. Ted Owen Lesh. Alexandra Ella Lewis. Jacob Tyler Lidstone. Sean Michael Littman. Andrew Chesley Lund. Anna Lee. Isabel Marie Lynch.
Linan Gatau Masharia. Anna Marie Madison. Connor Patrick Magisted. Richard Charles Mahachek. Rehan Mohammed Mahmoud. David Jeffrey Mahan. David Fee Mai. Eunice Bosabori Makori. Samuel Chase Malika. Hassan Hassim Malik. Alexandra Segurad Majarez. Ramona Nicole Mann. Maxwell Daniel Manwaran. Victoria Roxanne Davies Merritt. Maya Mayanovich. Lily Andrea Marone. Johnny Sahau Martinez. Xavier Martinez Lopez. Natalie Renee Martinson. Violet Kamanto Maturu. Kelly Elaine MacArthur. Jacob Stephen McCarthy. Bennett Nicholas McCullough. Nora Rose McGovern. Gavin Thomas Meyer. Lauren Lee Mellon. Cormac Joseph Merrill. Devin Jack Miller. Joshua Brennan Miller. Theodore Kaminsky Miller. Dalton Harlan Thomas Milliken. Tyler Braden Milliken. Maggie Shaylin Mills. Jacob James Minderman. Persia Murkazemi. Katrina Rose Moberg. Amira Abdikarder Mohammed. Kolmaye Abdijarzek Mohammed. Abdikarder Shukri Mohammed. Anna Marie Moore. Kyla Annabelle Morgenstern. Ezra Johannese Morris. Kaylin Grace Morris. Lacey Jean Morrow. Harun Mohammed Musa. Maureen Waramu Mutaga. Emily Ann Nelson. Ashley Betsy Ning. Anthony Kiprotich Rono Natich. Emma Nicole Flatten No. Denny Ba Win. Lillian Tao Win. Lillian Tao Win. Brendan John O'Brien. Sulena Michael O'Neill. Abigail Jane Oblonsky. You Pearl Oduro. Evan Zachary Oldenburg. Regina Kamwaka Omwanga. Dareth An. Sarah Elizabeth Mariama Angari. Daria Josa Orante Salazar. Brian Dean Orcutt. Avery Robert Papke. Roman James Pardo. Connor Donald Park. Owen Roger Pavek. Stone Cap Payer. Stephen Richard Pache. Tabitha Nicole Pierce. Kylie Christine Pedersen. Emilio James Peralta. Moises Oranja Perez Bengacia. Emiliano Perez Rodriguez. Hannah Sano Peters. Kevin John Peters. Chase William Peterson. Hung Hannah Nuope Pham. Pupashert Benri Paviseth. Skylar D. Louise Pierce. Magnus Hans Perscala. Noah Ron Pinette. Kendall Aaron Porter. Riley Roger Praska. Zoe Elizabeth Quivelli. Lauren Lily Mae Ron. Davis J. Radke. Aiden Ty Ratza Bandit. Evan Michael Redding. Justin Tapion Reichart. Evelyn Rose Marie Reamer. Jonathan Reyes Berselreal. Asia Elise Reynolds. Jonathan Frederick Richard. Zachary James Richard. Zachary Stephen Rytoff. Dylan Andrew Ringer. Reed Ethan Ringquist. Augustus Alan Robinson. Jayla Brene Ross. Aiden Kelly Roy. Owen Abraham Roy. Evan Matthew Sembagaro.
Could you say my name with a little bit of flair?
James Paul Sampson. Julia San Roman. Claire Alice Sazmu. Tayden Xavier Schaffner. Thomas John Shelsky. Addison Joanne Schlow. Isaac Alexander Schmidt. Anna K. Sharalf. Jackson Scott Schwartz. Grace Elizabeth Scribner. Ryan Daniel Seitz. Kajencia Salathufre. Darlene Chiabois. Noreen Monica C. Abdirahman Said Saray. Buvra Radajmia Shavraham. Zachary Gordon Skinner. Jason Robert Smith. Maureen Catherine Smith. Justin Bruce Soderberg. Sean Patrick Summerness. Jenna Janian Sorensen. Tallulah Ucampo Stamford. Jackson Stevenson Stanton. Lucy Van Stedman. David Michael Steffen. Thea Leanne Stevens. Kayla Jane Swanson. David William Swanson. Megan Bonale Tan. Andrew McDonald Taylor. Sion Chepemboao Teklu. Matthew Thomas Tenbrook. Pierce William Tomka. Taylor Ray Thorman. Saul Ismail Tinoco Gasca. Tyshawn Tollfree. Jennifer Marcine Torgeson. Alexander William Torp. Nicholas Antonio Torre. Jane Marie Trailer. Hannah Josephine Trecker. Emma Maria Trevino. Daniel Park Trummel. Rachel Elizabeth Twite. Haley Jillian Ty. Khalid Ahmed Yugas. Laura Katie Van Brocklin. Mari Giselle Vasquez. Juma Akinyi Waganda. Sophia Isabel Wallace. Blake Andrew Wanmacher. Amy Jing Wang. Jeremy Makori Wangoho. Samuel Jason Wanzik. Javian Cardell Weathersby. Calvin Michael Webb. Siadu Ray Weeks. Bennett Michael Weisner. Megan Rose Wendorf. Catherine Elizabeth Wenzel. Connor Benson Wesolowski. Celia Jean Willett. Hunter Joseph Willett. Glory Anita Williams. Jamal Dean Williams. Noah Matthew Williams. Jennifer Lynn Winfrey. Cooper Jonah Wapkin. Greta Alexis Wolski. Sukad Abdiwaba Yusuf. Xiaoxin Zheng. Ashley Eloise Zelinsky Shalagal. Emma Elizabeth Zupke.
That was really nice. You know, this is not written down. The last year and a half, ups, downs, challenges, et cetera, to do this tonight, let's not forget how lucky we are. Thank you all for being here tonight. All right, we're here. What a fantastic evening this has been. Just a few logistics as we wrap up. We are just about finished. Guests, please remain in your seat until our graduates have had the opportunity to exit. Students, in just a moment, you'll go up and meet your friends and family. But please remember that the buses will leave in approximately 20 minutes from Hall B, where we did our practice, and we do not want to leave most of you behind. Nah, I know, that was a good one. All right, now that that's in order, it's time to move on to the final part of our ceremony. I see, they know what's coming. Faculty of Jefferson High School, members of the Bloomington School District Administration and Board, and to all, the anticipation is in the air, and to all of our families, friends, and distinguished guests in the audience, it is my distinct honor to officially present to you all the graduated class of 2021. Congratulations.